All right, what's up, everybody? So, I wanted to do a quick video today about my Function Health blood work results. I think this is just super interesting to dive into. It gives you a bunch of different biomarkers, even a biological age, as you can see. So, I just like to go through each biomarker and kind of analyze and dissect each one. So, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing we'll go over here is the biological age. So chronologically, I'm 25 years old, but according to Function Health, my biological age is 18.4. And this is a good thing. With these, you want your biological age to be younger, obviously, which usually means you are healthier. So let's go into how it kind of measures this. So again, you see there's older, calendar age, younger for categories. When I first did this, I was actually 13.4, which is very surprising. But now 18.4, a little older, but it's still a good number. And according to this, it looks like it calculates it through various blood markers. So there's methyl groups on DNA. Some of the big biomarkers that are used include albumin, creatinine, glucose, high sensitivity C-reactive protein, which is a big measure for inflammation, lymphocyte, mean cell volume, red blood cell distribution, white blood cell count, alkaline phosphatase, which is just an enzyme, and then involves kind of epigenetics and DNA methylation. So, very cool. Okay, now we can get into my Function Health blood biomarkers. So just to preface this, I don't know what all of these mean. I have a good idea, but there's definitely some that I still need to brush up on. So let's get into it. So autoimmunity, those look good. You want those negative or very low. The biological age, we already went over, but that's younger, so that's good. And then we get into the blood biomarkers. And for these, I really don't know what all of these specific ones are. Obviously, I know hematocrit and hemoglobin, but this goes pretty in depth on these. And I just trust this, that they are in range and green. So to me, there's nothing concerning there. Electrolytes, all green and in range, which I'm very happy with. Magnesium, thankfully, is good, and I've started supplementing magnesium glycinate before bed, so that makes sense why that one's a little higher than my last one. Environmental toxins, these are all low, which is great. These are kind of heavy metals, and you want these very low. So those are in range, that's good. Now so the heart, this is probably my most concerning one. And a lot of this makes sense just due to my current diet. I eat currently a lot of red meat, a lot of egg yolks, saturated fats, just because that's kind of what works best for me, as very active, lift weights, run, and that's the diet that works best for me as far as kind of muscle growth and everything. So that it does make sense how some of these cholesterol numbers are higher. Again, if we dive into it a little bit, ApoB, this is one I really would like to bring down. ApoB helps transport lipids in the bloodstream and is a powerful risk marker for cardiovascular disease. Obviously, that is not good. So this is a big thing I'm going to work on in the future. So if we go back. So now, again, HDL is good. High sensitivity C-reactive protein, that's in a good range. Total cholesterol ratio is good. Triglycerides are in range, which is a big one. If that was high, I would be very worried about kind of the higher fat, higher cholesterol, higher saturated fat diet. Okay, so heavy metals, those look good. Immune regulation, overall this looks good. A little high in this first one. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, to be honest. Could be due to kind of pollen or, allergies or something like that. Nothing too concerning. Next, we get into the kidney biomarkers. So all of these look good except slightly elevated blood urea nitrogen. And in my opinion, this is likely due to a high protein intake, definitely around probably 200 to 300 grams per day. Next, we get into the liver biomarkers, and all of these look great. Next, this is probably one of my favorite ones to look at and one that I really try to optimize. And that's the male health blood biomarkers. So again, all of these are in range and look good. Obviously, a big one that I really want to work on is free and total testosterone. And these have both increased. I'm actually very happy about these. Could be due to increases in FSH and LH, which are responsible for producing testosterone in the human body. And then we get into, so free testosterone. This was a big increase for me, 91 to 154, which I'm very happy with. And then also the total testosterone, which for me increased from 608 to 776. So again, very happy with those. Big things I do to optimize testosterone. Number one is sleep. You have to prioritize sleep. It's probably the biggest thing. After that is diet. I think avoiding toxins and processed food, seed oils, stuff like that. I just focus on whole foods. A lot of animal meats, egg yolks, organ meats, stuff like that. Just provide your body with as many nutrients as possible. And next we get into the metabolic biomarkers. These look good. Glucose is good. I want to keep that as low as possible. And HbA1c, which is basically your blood glucose over time. And that looks good. It's a little higher than I would like it. I would actually like it lower than that. But again, just something to work on. Next, the nutrients. This is another big one that I'd like to work on. So all of these look good. Vitamin D good, zinc good. Except the omega-3 total. So that says below range. I think just adding in more omega-3s would help this a lot. Okay, pancreas markers look good. Those are enzymes. Those look good. Stress and aging. Cortisol looks good. Decreased. So that's in a good range. I was worried that this would be high just due to me being in physical therapy school and it being extremely stressful. So that's good. DHEA sulfate is also in a good range. Important for overall metabolic and hormonal health. Looks good. Thyroid markers all look good. And then, so this last one here is urine biomarkers. So all of these look good, except few bacteria in urine, which is interesting. Thankfully, it's few and not just a lot. So, but overall, nothing too concerning. Looks good. Okay, lastly, some things I want to go over. So it gives you an action plan. So first, some foods. The top 5 foods that they recommend for me are walnut, cashew, chia seeds, flax seeds, and herring. And I think this is due to the different ratio of fats, which should help my heart biomarkers. again, yeah, it shows what these foods can help improve. So cashew, chia seeds, flax seeds, herring. So that's good. Also shows you foods to limit. Top 5, pretty much seed oils there, which I avoid at all costs anyway. So if we go back here, and then next supplements, so an omega-3 fatty acid supplement would be great, such as a high-quality fish oil or even something like cod liver oil, I think would be beneficial. Red yeast rice extract, I know that's very good for cholesterol. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually a similar or almost identical structure to statins, so a similar effect in the human body. Berberine, it's good for cholesterol as well as blood sugar management. Fiber, and then in addition, a multivitamin, which is always good. So, alrighty, that's it. Thank you.